you waiting for? Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Tell the chauffeur to open Mercedes door. Put the pedal to metal and made it soar. She was, but I made it sure it was. So we stayed indoors. Let's take it where no one has been before. It feel like I've known you some years before, but I don't know. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a lotus and I'm the conductor of a magnum opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Mama, I'm on the big screen. I took a big swing out of life. I'm doing big things in my life. I deserve 6 rings like a Mike. I've got no sleep. I remember when it was the nosebleeds. Now they captured the fashion from flow seats. I'm a whole king. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a lotus and I'm the conductor of a magnum opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Ooh, it's trouble in paradise. So let's parachute where the air's nice. And let's risk it all on the paradise. But she just wanna make sure her hair's nice. That's fair, right? I just fell in love with a prima donna. The 2023 Madonna. I mean, your honor, I was minding my business until she gave me complete nirvana. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a lotus and I'm the conductor of a magnum opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, where we'll get a rematch of the first ever Super Bowl. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Green Bay Packers, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Green Bay Packers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set to go in a rematch of what would come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Leading the Packers offense out here, the same man who has been doing so since 2008. That's the great Aaron Rodgers.
Even as he nears age 40, Aaron Rodgers' game isn't taking a single backward step. He became only the 4th player to win back-to-back MVP awards and led Green Bay to its 3rd straight 13-win season. He avoids turnovers better than anyone in football at the quarterback position. And Green Bay, they are always a front runner with him under center.
This one swung out here to Jones. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards right off the bat and a quick first down. Just the first quarter, the tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
It's hard to believe as he gets that first down, but Sammy Watkins is in his 9th NFL season, and he still hasn't even turned 30 yet. Plenty of tread left on the tires to be a contributor, like he has been with 4 teams over his first 8 years in the league.
Open man, here is Cobb. Zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Being chased out left.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Robert Tunyon.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards.
And it was Robert Tunyon capping it all off on the touchdown grab.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The 40. Past the 20. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Chiefs. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And we are tied at 7. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers, and he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41. On the counter, here's Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back and dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Rodgers. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Under pressure, they got him again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Tunyon's got it on the out route. And he is going to have the Packers first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. These two teams all tied after 1. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? And this time they were ready for him, as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. It's Rodgers. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Now Crosby for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that one, a 13-play drive in total. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here comes the Kansas City offense. And in his 6th season of conducting this high-powered attack, coming off 4 straight Pro Bowls, it's Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own. Play action, they'll throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
After the sack on first down, Mahomes, this one complete. See the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on third.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And he's got it down to the 28. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Rodgers now to throw. That's complete to Cobb. Down inside the 10. Touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
after the touchdown. Here's Crosby to kick it away.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes.
They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Yellow. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Throwing on first down is Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 33 yards that time.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jair Alexander in from the corner to make the sack.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
And they'll start with a short field following that turnover as they look for points here before the break.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes under pressure, and they got to him again. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. On first down, Rodgers. He completes it to Jones. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Getting through the break at record pace and right back to football. Third quarter, here we go. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. And the Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Out to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They go play fake. Mahomes. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside. And they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. Second and 11. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in coming out to start this third quarter. Looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run once more with Dillon. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll run for it with Dillon. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Caught by Cobb. Well, they had a gain of 1, then 2, and now 3. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Pass to Lazard, bringing it in on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 42. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And this one's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's got to hook up to Lazard. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. Welcome back now here in London. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. Now a first down carry by Jones. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are right back in this football game.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
And they'll bring him down right around the 13. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. here's Mahomes. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary, his second sack of the night. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. On the move past the 40. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up even more big plays.
Meanwhile, Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Mahomes now on 1st down. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster on a touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West.
Oh, no, he lost the football. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And now off to the races, down the right side. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. Extra point try now for Crosby. And the lead is up to 15 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs, down by 15. A little under a minute 50 remaining. The turnover does give them life, but they still need 2 scores. Mahomes. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mahomes will throw. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he is all the way up past the 25. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And right side, they're going to go option here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Rodgers throwing here. Forced out to his left. That one into the hands of Watkins downfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time.
I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach. Put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trenches. No one is better than all of us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a killer, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game.
It's Madden NFL 23, where we'll see which conference...
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
And here comes the winner of the last 2 NFL MVP awards, Aaron Rodgers, as he brings his Packers out for their first series of the game.
There have been very few quarterbacks in the NFL who have been as consistent throughout their career as Aaron Rodgers. He's been good for so long, and we've seen no decline in his skills. His accuracy and arm strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes, few and far between.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And this will be a Packers tackle made at the 35-yard line. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it's going to be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. He'll find Aguara complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 34. An inside give to Jones. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And this is caught. That's Watkins. Touchdown, Packers. Sammy Watkins, 32 yards. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Now here come the Bills, and you don't have to look hard to find their 5th-year star QB, taken 7th overall back in 2018, Josh Allen. Allen now looks to throw. And this reach back for it. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen on the move to his left. He still makes a catch, even though it was tapped by the linebacker. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Sometimes it pays to be lucky rather than good. That was not even the intended receiver on that pass.
But still able to haul it in for the reception.
Let's focus in on what we got to do here.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
And now the Packers going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Allen going to throw. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing. And they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen, quick slant to Crowder. Touchdown, Bills. Jamison Crowder, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bills away from taking the lead. Allen will try to throw for it. Complete at the 1. And he is into the end zone to give him a 2-point lead. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position past the 40-yard line. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, but that's
looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. So after the INT, it's Allen. He'll get this to Devin Singletary out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down. 8-6 the score after one. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Well, coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Singletary is in. Touchdown, Bills. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
And Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. He's got it, and the lead moves to 15-6. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But
Randall Cobb on a breakaway. Touchdown, Packers. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, he was going to take advantage of it. Looked the ball in, turned on the Jets, and took it all the way.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Rodgers will throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. For the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. All the determination say this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. McKenzie now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Allen off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 27, Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And it's a Packers touchdown. Robert Tunyon, 27 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Crosby for the point after. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tiny 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now out come the Bills. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, This too shall pass. This too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Six yards left on 2nd down. Allen. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dean Lowry showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Man open, here is Crowder. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28. On play action, Allen. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. On play action, Allen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis, as the first half is winding down. And the Bills are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Packer offense heading back for one final first half drive. And they may just be content to take this three-point lead and head into the locker room.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to...
Sorry, Coach. We'll catch up with you after the game. We're going to skip through halftime here and headed back to the field for the third quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20.
Out come the Bills now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin to... and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. Buying time to his left. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen going deep for Diggs. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Two things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he is going to have the Bills' 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. The 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this 3rd quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football. And that ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
They'll look to throw, and he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And that ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusted.
And this throw will be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are... The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense in that quarter.
And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Tyler Matakevich came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A give to Jones. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Micah Hyde. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen.
To Crowder, and he's got it on the crossing route.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends. Back now at Lambeau. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 2nd and 5 now. Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Open man left side. It's the tight end Tunyon. Finding room at midfield. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Rolling to his right. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And 26 big yards on that one. It's another 1st down. Now it's Rodgers. Caught left side by Cobb.
2nd down, ball on the 3. 1st down marker at the 1-yard line.
Now Rodgers. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Throwing now is Rodgers.
And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard.
4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Packers have extended their lead to 15 now here in the 4th.
Rodgers will throw for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the two-point try. So trying to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
And here come the Bills. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Allen again here on 2nd and 10.
Looking for Knox on the crossing route. It's complete.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. On first down, Allen. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Allen, and pressure coming, and they got him once again. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 82 yards.
And the Bills are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wondered maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Rodgers throwing here. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Rodgers.
Looking for Tunyon on the crosser, and he's got it complete.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Rodgers to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now Rodgers. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
And the Bills are right back in this football game. Here's Allen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.